Well, hello once again, and welcome back to another episode of the Summer Spotlight. I am your host, Gayle Nicholson, and once again today we have the absolute pleasure of bringing to you Three Crones and the Woo Woo. Please help me welcome my other crones, Krista Ducharme, intuitive healer, life coach, and teacher with Dimensional Healing with Krista. Joanne Angelberry Cologne, certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, and cosmic energy reader. Thank you both so much for joining me. We got such amazing feedback from our little spontaneous adventure last week that I took the opportunity this week to see if we can make lightning strike twice. So, tell me a little bit, first of all, how the week has been for you ladies. Krista, will you go first?
Sure. Well, I now have almost a place to live. Yes. So
Yay!
that's always exciting. I officially have a new phone number here for in the Netherlands. It just means that things are progressively moving forward. So hopefully by this time next week, I'll be looking at either being in our new abode or shortly to be in our new abode. So for me, it's been a great week. It's been hotter than hell over here in the Netherlands, but a great week.
Yeah, we don't exactly think of the Netherlands and think, oh, beaches and too hot sunshine. We usually think fjords and snow and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They haven't had much snow lately, um, but yeah, it's been pretty hot here. But we're having a good time. We're making it work and just
Phenomenal.
adapting.
That's so good to
How
hear.
are you doing, Joanne?
I am doing well, and I just love your energy, Krista. Because anybody else who would be in I don't want to use the word position that you're in, but in the situation where you're trying to find a new home, would not be as calm and uplifting as you. At least not the people that I seem to be always around. So yeah, I appreciate that about you because you're just so uplifted and positive and can see the light in the dimmest of things. So yeah, but yeah, my week is it's
Oh,
Monday, and my weekend was awesome. We had this amazing Lionsgate energy on 8/8, which was Saturday, and my
it
hubby
was
and I had Reiki treatments, and I highly recommended to everybody that they should have been under some sort of energy healing work for that particular energy because it was very powerful. It's still very powerful, and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling as though someone literally plugged me in, and I'm ready to experience whatever's coming my way. So,
excellent.
what more can I say?
That's
Yes, and
phenomenal.
before you go on, I have to say happy anniversary. It's your
Yes.
wedding anniversary, so I want to make sure I share it with the world.
Thank you. Yeah. What do they say about the 7 year anniversary? Isn't that like the 7 year itch?
Yep, it's a 7 year itch.
Yeah, something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
I never made it that far.
yeah. My husband and I have a major amount of history behind our relationship overall. So 7 years in this marriage and in our marriage is quite an interesting story, which hopefully down the road, him and I will be writing a book about our story and being able to share with the world.
Well, there
Nice.
you go. That's an important thing.
And that can be quite a valuable guide for others in a similar position. Absolutely.
Definitely, definitely.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So, Gail, you're not off the hook, girl.
Oh, am I
How are
not?
you
I'm not.
doing?
Well,
No,
Just
I'll
no,
because you're
no,
the
no.
host.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that's the strategy, though, guys. The photographers hate having their pictures taken. Okay,
Mm,
the people who
yeah.
ask the questions don't like giving answers. No, just kidding. I actually. It seems like at some point in my life, my entire life's purpose was I'm going to have the answers for you, or at least that's how I came across. Um, I still, from time to time. Okay, so this past week was actually, really phenomenal for me. Um, Took myself on a date, went fishing, which I absolutely loved. Interestingly enough, when I posted a picture, my daughters were like, where are you? Why are you alone? Blah blah blah. You don't go places and don't tell us. I mean, the whole like 20 years of their upbringing just back at me, right? Send your location. If you get into an Uber, take a picture of you with the driver, things like that, and so their point was made in that when I finally got on the road, I forgot my phone. I had to go back and get my phone. And when I got back up to where I had been before, there had been an accident. And who knows if I hadn't had to go back and get that phone, if I might have been part of that accident, and so that just highlights it on a different level, because it's not always about being safe because there's sex trafficking and people get stolen off the street every day.
Yeah.
There's also things like you're out in the middle of the lake alone, a hole in your dinghy, and you're done.
Yeah.
If nobody has any idea where to even begin start looking.
Yeah,
exactly.
So all of that was actually a miraculous experience, and the thing that I actually want to put out there is that my daughter last night had a bit of an episode, and we're really concerned about her health right now. She's fine, but she's getting it taken, checked out. So all of you out there, please send happy thoughts and send smart and angelic doctors to figure this out. And let's do what we can to have her heal as fast as she possibly can.
Mhm.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So-
interesting. It's
Go ahead.
interesting, Gail, in regards to, as you were saying, what you were saying about your daughter, and we could speak more about this off air because I think it might be necessary. But I think with all the energy that took place this weekend with the Lions Gate, and anyone who knows about the Lions Gate energy, it's about expansion, and the expansion is about the chakras. And whatever might be going on with her could be very well relating to the chakras expanding. And it may not be as serious as what it might seem to be on the surface. But we'll talk about more about that off air if you're open to it.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. But it does kind of bring us naturally into the topic today, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
as a mom, when something happens to your baby, it's very traumatizing. It's very scary, and it's very easy to just naturally go into that fear vibe, right?
Yeah.
And that will easily and quickly constrict and slow down everything about your energetic flow, right? So you, me, and Joanne, we all know how to shift our emotional state, right? Our audience may not realize that you can actually choose happy in any moment, right? Now, it's not necessarily an easy thing to do when you just found out you could do such a thing. Oh my gosh, you mean I don't have to ride out the wave of all of this pain and sadness and fear until it's done with me? I can go, hey, I'm done with you. I make another choice. Right?
Isn't that empowering?
It is.
Yes.
It
So
really is.
empowering. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it is. It is a choice. And we all have those moments. I don't care how happy you are. I am a happy, sunshiny, go lucky kind of person. However, I do have those days where it's like, you know what? I'm choosing today not to be happy. But overall, every day it is a choice, and when you wake up you can choose to be happy, because when you are happy and when you are lighthearted and when you approach things from that space of gratitude, we talked about that last week, that just really helps. But it is muscle training. It's we have to train that part of our DNA, our mindset, our vibrational form, that we can actually be happy. And so it's really a powerful thing. I remember it was, I don't know, it was about 10 years ago. Even with my happy-go-lucky self, I found that sometimes I was more passive aggressive with my happy. how many of you can relate to that, right? It's like, oh, of course, I'm a very optimistic person, except when, or but, right? And you have this like chain of excuses of when it's only convenient for you to be happy, right? And I think I was listening to actually a podcast. I don't even remember what it was, but it triggered in my mindset. It's like, wait a minute, I'm actually, even though I'm choosing to be happy and I'm working at being happy because of my thought pattern or my conversations or my comments that I would make, I was actually um, zeroing out that ability to be happy or that ability to let that happiness expand so that then it really affected other people. And for me, because I was naturally a happy person, it wasn't a difficult switch to flip. However, I can say that there are times in my life, and especially in the last recent probably year, that choosing to be happy was not easy at all. But I did it, and I'm here today.
Well, first, Joanne, let me ask you this. Considering it's your 7-year anniversary,
Yeah.
how many times have you had to choose to be happy over the last 7 years in your relationship?
I hope you guys didn't catch that face that I just made. That's a very interesting. That's a very interesting.
I'm
Stop it, ladies.
waiting.
We're not going to get anywhere today. That's a very interesting question because, yeah, the 7 years that I have been in my marriage, choosing to be happy, it's work. It's work because, I mean, I think theoretically speaking, the average person who thinks about marriage, they think about marriage as it's about the roses, the dates out, and all the love and all of that stuff. And all of that is great. But the reality to marriage is it's really finding that balance to bring that in, but recognizing that it takes work and finding that happiness, bringing that happiness into the marriage, even if it's not bringing it into the marriage, but bringing it into yourself. And there were plenty of times, I mean, again, down the road, should I decide to share the story, my husband and I decide to share the story about our marriage, it takes a lot of happy juice to be in that happy place because it is work. It is work. It's in reference to coming out of the mindset, like when you wake up, like what I was experiencing a lot for probably the last 6 months. Every morning that I would wake up, and was really interesting for me considering the type of work that I would do. Every morning that I woke up, I literally in my own head was going through this negative Nelly train of different things that were going on in my own head regarding what was taking place in my marriage. And that I literally would have to sit back and say, okay, am I done being negative? And can I find a way to focus on one thing? And it wasn't like the marriage was terrible, because obviously it wasn't terrible. It's just that there's certain things that that's taking place in the marriage could be challenging. So to really be able to come out of that negative Nelly space, or train for that matter, and moving into that space, okay, so for right now, what can I focus on right now that I can be happy? And when I can step into that space, it takes awareness to recognize that I was in that negative Nelly space. And it was really funny because the minute my feet touched the floor when I got out of bed, which is so not like me at all, that negative spin kept going. I'm like, what the hell is this about? And it went on for months and months at a time, that I literally was like, okay, I need to move into that space of, okay, I'm aware that it's happening. And there's no sense in evaluating why it's happening, but moving into that space and say, okay, I'm going to find that one thing and stay focused on that happy in that one thing and work towards that. So from that point, it was like every step that I made, I focused on that one happy. And it built me up to that point of that one happy, even if it was the same one happy every day. Didn't have to be a different happy, but as long as it was one happy. And sometimes it's just a matter of, like, I remember asking my husband, I think it was a week ago, we were on the phone and I forget what time it was. I think it was early in the morning. Actually, he Zoomed me. And I said to him, I said, do you take freaking happy pills? Like, what the hell? Why are you always so damn happy?
No.
He says to me, because I understand, wifey, you're not a morning person. So this is a little challenging at 7 a.m. I'm like, yeah, you think? But by him just saying that, I was busting out in laughter because I'm like, why is he so damn happy? It's 7 in the morning. And meanwhile, I'm like, oh, really? It's like, 7 a.m. doesn't work for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And marriages will do that. I mean, the three of us are married, so I'm sure each and every one of you also have your own little stories regarding, being in your marriage and the ups and downs. And it's not always about date night and flowers because, hey, sometimes we have to buy ourselves those damn flowers.
Right.
True story.
I want to take a second break here for just a moment because I want to welcome some of the people that have stopped by to visit. This morning we have Sarah Kate McConnell. Thanks for coming by. Wade, thanks for popping in. Wade Saxton over at smokingbacon.com. He's working hard, but he stopped by to wave and say hi. And then Abhishek Sarang, hello. And Phyllis Cross Carney and Felicia Marks. Thanks so much for joining us. Put some comments out there. Let's play a little bit. I apologize because of the last minuteness of all of this and the stuff Facebook did this morning. I still have the promo up for my last guest, but it's the right video. It's us. But we are now collectively Mary Yamin-Garone. Don't let that confuse you. It's still the three crowns. Hi, Phyllis. So yes, now I want to move into the next phase of our conversation here because
Wait. No. Time out.
What?
No,
What
you didn't say anything. We all talked about happy. Oh, no.
Okay. What are we doing?
So you asked us about happy.
Okay.
So how is it that you choose happy, madam?
How is it that I choose happy? I stick rocks in my bra.
Well,
I'm not
I do
lying.
that too. I can relate to that. Joanne, I think she can. Yeah. Didn't you know that?
Your sound's a little wonky, Joanne.
What's that?
I said your sound was a little wonky.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes, you're much clearer now. Okay, so for a real answer to that question, not that sticking rocks in my bra is not a real answer to that question, it's the truth. Okay. But there are other ways as well. And I'm firmly committed to the point of view that every cloud has a silver lining, even if you have to reach down that cloud's throat to pull it inside out to find that damn thing. Okay?
There you go.
It's in there. It's like the pile of poop and the pony. You're just digging because the pony is in there. Right? It's like that for me. And sometimes you just gotta be determined that I'm going to find something to be happy about this, whether it comes out of asking yourself, okay, how can I benefit from this? Joanne's a great one for this. How can I benefit from this situation? How can I make this work for, as many people as possible? That type of thing. And then, I got to be honest, sometimes you just go with, this is just so freaking absurd, you have to laugh.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. When I have the laugh or cry option, I start with laugh because sometimes it will go from laughing into crying, but that's good too.
Mine goes right into the crying part.
So we have a couple more people just join us, Sue Ward Paquin and James McNeil. And James is like, I just walked into a discussion about digging into poop to find a pony. This is officially epic. Thank you so much for joining us, James. More to come.
Well, you never know with us, right?
Right. So
That is it.
yeah. So yeah. So a lot of times, and I'm a bad one that I can follow the rabbit hole down into hell too. And it, sometimes that gets to a point where you gotta find a reason to choose happy. I mean, the further down the spiral you go, the harder it gets to grasp for happy, right?
Yes.
So sometimes you might want a little bit of a boost, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do to boost your ability to grasp happy when it seems to be elusive?
Drugs. No. No, I don't do drugs.
The happy
No, she gives
pills,
them
right?
to other people.
Yeah. All right. So, Joanne, do you want to go first or do you want me to answer that first?
I guess I'll dive in first and
Yeah, you go.
you add. What do I do to help myself get happy? Well, there's a couple of things that I do to help myself get happy. Start off with just exercise. Because for me, the kicks in the endorphins.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to be a traditional, like general workout, but usually for me, it is like 30, 45-minute workout. And by the time I'm halfway through, my endorphins kick up and I'm in a happier place. And if the situation is just a little deeper than that, where maybe the workout isn't going to help so much, I'll literally sit. I use this beautiful blend called Elevation. It's it's an essential oil. From Datura. I'm a huge fan of
Nice.
Datura products,
Yeah.
and I put it right on my heart center, and I also inhale it, so that helps me as well. And then my other favorite, which goes with the woo-woo of us, are
Yes, it does.
crystals. Crystals. I use crystals. So when I'm having one of those days where things are just hitting rock bottom and I can't climb myself out from the workout or from even the oil,
Mm-hmm.
I pull out the crystals, whatever crystal I'm using, or I might have to go and look for something different.
Mm-hmm.
And I work with crystals to enhance my ability to raise my vibration. I truly believe that every crystal has a specific vibration. And there are certain ones specifically for, let's say, the heart center, because the heart center is about the happy.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't always have to use a heart center crystal. Like for me,
No.
like I have on turquoise today. And turquoise is a great uplifting crystal for me because A, it helps me to speak. And sometimes, even if I'm just speaking to myself, which I'm never speaking to myself, guys, just want you to know that. Always have spirit with me, and specifically my mom. And I might sit down, grab my turquoise, put it in my hand, and just call on her and say, okay, Mom, what the hell's going on? And why am I feeling this way? And how can I raise my vibration so I can feel better? And it's not so much about digging into the issue as much as it's just about getting out of that energy.
Yeah,
and
it's
raising.
about letting go of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
The
Release
lower
it.
yuck.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Absolutely.
not always about having to dissect why we're feeling sad. Sometimes you don't need to dissect it. Sometimes it's just a matter of like, you know what? I don't give a hoot for why I'm feeling sad. I just want to feel happy now.
Right.
And whatever I can do to do that, So yeah, turquoise for me is, which is one of the reasons why I'm wearing turquoise today. Just to keep me in that whole vibration and to be able to communicate, share.
Yeah. And by
Yes.
the way, it is a lovely piece of turquoise.
It
I
is.
saw
It
a
is.
closer picture of it earlier. It's beautiful. It's
It
beautiful.
really is. It really is.
So yeah. So no, I'm gonna piggyback on what Joanne was saying. Yeah, for me, exercise. I I did a workshop about choosing happy actually about, let's see, 5 years ago now, where I actually taught the workshop. And one of the things that I would emphasize with everybody is you can change your mood in under 10 minutes just by going outside and walking. You don't need to run. You don't need to go necessarily to a gym and do a heavy workout, or but just by physically changing your environment and by physically moving the body, it's amazing how quickly you can snap your energy into a whole different vibration. And works. I want to say about 90, probably about 94% of the time, for most people, and me included. I mean, there is that percentage, of course, where we have just you just feel stuck in the yuck,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to kind of say, okay, I'm choosing to leave the yuck behind. I'm choosing not to get caught in what that is and move on. During I have this awesome crystal gemmy spray that I've created, and I call it my negative neutralizing spray. And it's awesome, my negative neutralizing spray. And I'll just spray that sometimes just around my energy field, my aura, because sometimes that yuck that we're feeling is stuff that's actually trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily from in here, it's from out here. And so I find that really helps a lot. But again, I'm all about crystals and essential oils, and I layer that stuff on. But I and I have been known to either have pockets full of crystals, my bra full of crystals. I am sure that when I travel, TSA has a field day going, what the hell is in her bra?
True story. True story. Oh my gosh, yes. Well, you know what? Some of our audience has answered this question as
Oh,
well.
good.
Yes.
What is
So
it?
let me scroll back here. Phyllis says that her answer to choosing happy and the way that she
Mm,
grasps for happy is wine. How many
oh,
of you
okay.
can admit that too?
Me, I can do that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, not me.
No, no, she's an endorphin snob.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
got to be natural endorphins.
I'll
it,
talk. I'll talk to you about this baby too.
Ooh,
oh,
ooh, nice, nice. Well, Carla joined us as well, and James and McNeil popped up, and with music helps. Home
I
free
love
voice
music.
play and other similar groups are really good at helping James get happy.
Good,
Um,
good. Like that.
yeah. So these are some really good things. And it's Sue Ward Paquin. I count my blessings. That is an excellent, excellent way to do this. Now,
Yeah.
I want to share with you too, or with everyone, all of you, some of the rocks that I don't carry in my bra that help a lot because they're a little big.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be carrying that in your bra.
No, no. But I want to start out by talking a little bit about this dude right here. Now, this dude right here, do you see how sharp he is? Or
Oh,
she,
yeah.
as the case may
Oh,
be. Now,
yeah.
this is a metallic look kind of thing. This is called bismuth, all right? And it's
Yeah.
very much a metal, all right?
Yep.
Now, believe it or not, this right here, ground up into a powder, is the active. Here, let me put it against my shirt. Maybe that'll help. Is the active ingredient in Pepto Bismol.
Oh,
Now, who
Oh,
on
yeah.
earth would ever think to grind this up and put it in a solution for you to settle your stomach? It looks pretty harsh just looking at it. But in fact, this bismuth is the only active ingredient in Pepto Bismol. Everything else is a suspension liquid to keep it stuck to the side of your stomach so that it can draw out the toxins that are making you not be able to digest properly. Okay, so
Oh,
I bring that up because look at people who use crystals and they go, oh, airy fairy, right?
yeah,
Science,
definitely.
science. We are all looking at each other right now on a machine that uses crystals.
Crystal.
Yeah, crystal
yes.
technology to make us appear on the screen. It's, come
Mhm,
on. It's
mhm,
there all the time. We're using them. We just don't know that we're using them
mhm.
all the time. So that's
Yep.
one of the ones that I like to point out to people to have them start realizing that using crystals and minerals to make your life better isn't such a, you know, wackadoodle
Crazy.
job concept. It's really not.
Mhm.
And just because we don't have the machinery to tell you, exactly the vibration coming off of this, because it's so subtle, doesn't mean that it doesn't have a signature,
Hmm.
right? So
Right.
now, some of the best crystals that I like to use in my office, right?
Hmm.
I'll start with one, but I want you guys to chime in on what yours are as well, okay? So
Okay.
this particular one that I showed first, this is called a jacquard, okay? It's essentially smoky quartz, right? Now,
Hmm.
one of the great powers of smoky quartz is that in any environment, it will take in the negative energies and it will transmute it, and it never needs to be cleared. It is the crystal that clears or cleans other crystals. Okay?
Hmm.
So it's a great one to have. This particular one has certain faces on it and facets on it that are very angular and refractive. All right? Now, that's what makes it a jacquard smoky quartz, is the shape that it's in. All right? That crystal is my everything's gonna be all right stone.
Mm,
There you
Okay?
go.
there you
That
go.
one right there, whether I sit there, if I'm feeling anxiety and I hold it in my hand and just meditate for a little bit, I literally catch a buzz off of this. You know, it's just
Good.
very relaxing. So there's your natural endorphins at work, Joanne. And
Hmm.
even when it's not something that I have to hold in hand,
Hmm.
and I will, you know, like say for instance, I'm walking in my office and I'm angry or anxious about something. My eyes will fall on that crystal on the shelf and my mind will be triggered to relax. Now, is that the crystal doing it? Is that my brain doing it? I don't care. The impact is I'm more relaxed right after I laid eyes on that crystal, right?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
what are some of the ones that you keep in your workspace that help you like that?
Well, for me personally, I in my workspace, well, right now my workspace, it's a little confined, and so all the ones I've carried with me are right there, but they're all wrapped. I only have a few out. One that I've been working with a lot since last August is Celestite, and it's a large piece, and I would have brought it out with me, but as you can see, the sun is going down and my light is diminishing. But yeah, it's a large, substantial piece, and I have been finding that just it's helped to keep yes, that's exactly Celestite. Yep, yep, yep. Thank you for sharing yours, Gail.
You're welcome.
And it's so calming, and it connects you to the angelic realms. And I find that when I use that along with my selenite wand that I have, it really has been together through this whole move, we'll say. It has definitely helped me to keep my energy high, even when I'm like, okay, I'm physically exhausted, I'm emotionally tapped, and just drained of everything. And I found that it really has been helping me in this situation. As a general rule, once I set up my space and everything, because I'm a crystal healer and I do every session, whether it doesn't matter what session I'm doing with a person, whether it's crystal healing, whether it's Reiki, whether it's um, a life coach call, whatever, crystals are involved. And I keep them kind of like you do on bookshelves in my space, because then I find that and here comes the woo woo part again, they call to me. And it's like, oh no, you need to pull this one in, or you need to pull that one in. That energy is going to benefit where you're trying to go. And so, yeah, when you start playing with crystals, at least in my experience, and you really start staying open to the fact that they're really, um, they all have different vibrations and they can help in so many different aspects, you just find that you like that energy. And like I am like you, Gail, in terms of whether it's my mind or whether it's the vibrational energy, it doesn't matter, because well, I feel better and it doesn't hurt and it doesn't hurt me.
Right.
So I just don't care. But yeah, no, I but from the science aspect of it, I have a clearer understanding, but we don't want to talk about that aspect today.
Mm-mm.
Today's all about the fun and being happy, right?
Right. And choosing
Yep.
happy. So
And choosing.
do you have a big rock on your shelf, Joanne?
Oh my
That
God.
keeps you
Oh my God. I'm always surrounded by, as if you want to call them rocks, I like to call them crystals. But yeah, I am
Yep.
always surrounded by, there's crystals everywhere in my
I need to go
place of
find
business, and
light.
there's crystals everywhere in my home. And I even have polycrystals in my car. My go-tos that I keep with me and close that helps to not only activate my energy, but also helps to activate my client's energy. And Krista, I think you're going to love this one.
Oh, I bet I will.
This is
Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that is so awesome. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
moving to
See,
find
this,
light.
this is the amethyst tree. And, for those of us who are psychic as well, amethyst is one of the most powerful crystals one can use for psychic abilities to tap into
Mm.
our intuition and our
Mhm.
spiritual gifts. Now, for those of us who are looking to attract some money into our lives because we want to be happy because we're wealthy, my go,
Who
my
doesn't want to be
go-to,
wealthy,
Right.
right? How much
I
better
know,
can that get?
exactly, my go-to citrine. I love my
Love
go-to citrine.
citrine. Love
Yes,
citrine.
yes,
Here we go.
that's my
Add more
go-to.
light.
In fact, there's a story behind this. Very, very quick story. When I was at the crystal shop, I think I got this like 5 years ago or something. I walked into the crystal shop and I just kept circling the crystal shop. And it's not a very big crystal shop. It's very small. And I kept circling. I felt like I was a puppy, like looking for my tail, so to speak. And the woman who owns the place, she's like, "What are you looking for?" I says, "No, there's something looking for me. I just have to figure out where the hell it is." Kept turning and turning and turning, and all of a sudden, like I was feeling its energy, and I'm like, "Aha!" And I looked down, and she's like, and she's looking at me. She's like, "What?" I was like, "That one on the floor." And she had like 6 or 7 of them sitting on the floor, very similar, same thing for that matter, but this was the one I needed. I was like, "No, no, I need that one." And she goes, "That one." I was like, "Yes." I said, "That's the one I need."
Mhm.
And she's like, "And this called you?" I said, "Yeah." The minute I walked in, all of a sudden I'm like, "What the hell?" Oh my God. So
Yeah.
yeah, I truly believe, as Gail and Krista both said, that whether it's our mind thinking it or if they actually do talk to us, I truly believe there is no mind thing to this. I truly believe that
Mm-mm.
crystals do talk to
They
us.
talk.
And and when you do want to ask the crystals questions, you can, because they will answer you. So those are my two. I'm trying to figure out. I have more here. I have this other one, which I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it actually in the video. That it has literally white spots on, and I think they call this one the something like a
Snowflake.
snowflake.
Yep.
Yes,
Snowflake obsidian. Yep.
yes, really beautiful crystal as well. In reference to, it definitely helps to eliminate all the negative energy that walks through my facility.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And here's another. This one is I forget the full name for it, but it's actually something about tears. And I know Krista knows.
Apache tears.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're
a woman
welcome.
I met shortly after my mom had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
She had this in her pocket. And she just looked at me, and I just literally met her, and she pulled it out of her pocket, and she goes, "You need this." And I'm like, "I need what?" She goes, "This is for you. This is yours." She goes, "I knew I had to take it out for a reason, but this is yours." And she handed it to me. And I'm like, "Oh my God." I said, and I was like, "Wow, this is so exciting." So I keep this on my desk as well. So these are just some of the crystals I use, but there's just so many. There's not enough time to pull them all out. And B, they're all over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. We could, I mean, yeah, we could do a season's worth of shows just on crystals alone, right? That we all have.
I have to take you in different sections of my facility, because I have crystals in what we call the partnership area. I have crystals in my wealth area, which is the bathroom. I have crystals in the front window area. So yeah, there's crystals everywhere.
Awesome stuff. Well, I want to say a quick hello to the new people who have recently joined us.
Excellent.
Sam
Hi.
Novak, Gayle Ridings Heverly, Dennis Kaufman, Carla Trout. Yeah, you guys are awesome, and I love your comments. Sarah Kate was saying, today I was so off until this evening when I bounced on the trampoline with my daughter for 15 minutes. Mood boosted. Exactly what we're talking about, what
Exactly.
Krista was talking about. Get your, environment different and move your body.
Yep.
And wow, that's a quick fix like that.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, another really quick fix that people don't realize, turn on some of your favorite music and just dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dance. And oh, by the way, it doesn't have to be pretty. This is not, a judge. No one's going to be judging you. There are not going to be scorecards at the end of it.
You know what?
Just
So what if
have fun.
play it up? Make it as bad as you possibly can. Make them
Exactly.
laugh. If they're gonna watch you, put on a show.
Exactly.
There you go. Have fun with
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome
Oh,
stuff.
definitely.
Now, one of the other crystals that when I asked who wanted to be on the show today popped up.
Mhm.
And that is this one here. Now, this is, again, let's see here. Can you see here? This
Yeah,
is
that
my
looks like
rose quartz,
Mhm.
Yes.
and it is
Yep.
double terminated. So
That's
it
awesome.
reminds me that as I give love, I receive love. And of course, that always makes me happy,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
But
And
yeah.
rose quartz is really a good happy stone because again, I mean, it goes right into the heart chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's a pretty pale pink color. So who wouldn't like rose quartz?
Right?
Yeah.
And when wearing rose quartz, I mean, we actually do attract the love. We're generating it out and we're attracting it in. So I think rose quartz is definitely a go-to crystal.
It is, and it is a great crystal to use. Another really fun one for happy that I think a lot of people don't think about. Well, there are three, but I'm only going to go to one, and that's carnelian.
Really?
And because well, carnelian is part of creativity, right? It's
Mhm.
attributed to creativity in our sacral chakra, which is the second chakra, and a lot of people find that what is missing from their life is the creativity. And when they start tapping into that creativity and when they start playing with the carnelian, it really helps to raise their vibration and their energy into that state of happiness. And it's a really powerful one. I find honey calcite or orange calcite is another one because that energy, it's very childlike, and it too taps right back into that creativity, but it's a supportive one. Carnelian's a little more I don't want to say in your face, but the energy of carnelian is more earthy fire kind of energy. So that can be really happy. And one of my mom's favorite happy stones, and she's actually watching right now. That's the Sue Paquin Ward or Sue Ward Paquin. That's my mom. Her
Nice.
happy stone is amber, Baltic amber to be specific. And yeah, that one is another one. People don't think of Baltic amber as being a crystal when it actually is, even though really it's a resin. But it can elevate because it corresponds with sunshine. So think of anything that relates to sunshine. Sunshine gives us this elevated boost without us actually noticing it.
Gotcha.
Unless you're somebody who suffers from seasonal depression, and then you understand that how powerful sunshine is in terms of making and creating happy. But yeah, those are three unusual stones that people probably wouldn't think about using in terms of making or bringing that happiness into their life and that joy into their life.
I gotta piggyback on the Baltic amber as happy
Yes,
stone
ma'am.
because young moms may be aware of this. I wish I'd known it when my kids were little, But they
Me too.
have these teething necklaces out there that are made out of Baltic amber, and they're not made so that your kids can chew on them. In fact, they're made such a way that you can't get them up over the chin and break away connections, so that if it gets hooked on anything, it's not going to strangle the baby. But
Yeah.
the Baltic amber, when it is rested against the skin, the warmth of the body heat, how does a transfer between the resin of the amber and your skin? It's like wearing a patch. If you've got like
Yes.
heart attack medicine patch or whatever, it's like wearing a patch essentially.
Yep.
And it makes teething so much easier for babies. Now, I wish we could, actually scientifically go, okay, pain reduction type real stats on it. But I am absolutely fine with just taking the happy baby drooling all over the place instead of the crying baby drooling all over the place. There's my results. That's all I really need. So, there actually
Can I put a plug in for someone?
Sure, absolutely.
That sells those actual
Yes.
teethers? Yes, my mom, Sue Paquin, Class Act Imports. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, and it is no joke, no joke. And actually, we've done a non-official study of amber and its pain reduction that it has. So yeah, we've helped people with who've had major surgeries and stuff, and it's amazing. It reduces pain for those who wear it right after surgery. It's remarkable stuff.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I want to say hi to Tammy Moses that just joined us. She's like, I got caught up right in my blog post. This is the lady that I wish that had been on the show or in the audience the other day when we did this. We were talking about hoarding. So I kind of feel like snuck up on that we're talking about all of these crystals that we hoard.
I'm not hoarding them.
Okay, I am. I clearly am. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Tammy and say thanks for popping in and joining us. And please don't hold my crystal hoarding against me. I refuse an intervention in this particular area. So,
yeah.
I would like to add something to our happy, not relating to crystals, which is a real easy fix. And a while back, I did some studying on color therapy. And a real easy fix regarding raising your happy vibration is actually wearing color, such as reds, pinks, purples, blues, staying away from like the grays and the blacks when you are having a low energy day, because just by shifting your wardrobe color will raise your vibration as well. Specifically your undergarments as well. Where people get that shocking red or that shocking orange or yellow. In the lower chakra family, you're going to actually activate your happy, and it makes you feel sexy too for those women out there, the men too for that matter. Want to feel
That's
sexy,
right.
So yeah, wearing those vibrant, high energy colors activates your happy too. So it's not just all about the crystals; it's what we wear underneath is helpful or not wear.
Well, think about how true it is. In terms of the color, so I'm going to give, and this is just an observation, people from major metropolitan cities that think that black, gray, and white are the be-all, end-all colors are not nearly as happy as those who live in tropical in tropical areas that are, running around in Hawaiian print shirts and, and wearing flowers around their neck, right? There is actual everyday kind of proof that we see. It's just that we become so blinded by the environment that we're stuck in that we fail to see, the difference of level of happy, I guess. That's the best way to think it.
I mean, we could take the weather, for example. I mean, when we have a beautiful sunny day, more people are uplifted when it's a beautiful sunny day versus being cloudy. So that itself says a lot. That just the weather alone can make us happy when it's like sunny. It's like, wow, the sun is out. But yeah, when it's cloudy and dim, it's like, oh. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
And
nice to use.
one of the things that I want to kind of pull out of that, though, that you said, Krista, is people in
Mhm.
cities wearing black. Coincidentally, I'm wearing black today, but I changed my shirt just before the show. Before that, I was wearing white.
Oh, well, that was so much better.
Yeah, but as somebody who likes to wear black a lot,
Yeah.
for some of us, anyways, it's my way of deflecting the negativity. Like when it's encroaching, when the environmental negativity is encroaching, this is my last defense, is wearing
Oh, yeah.
black,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And it's an interesting pointer that you just picked out, that when we're in these cities and there's all of this energy and frustration and all of this around us, maybe our clothing choices that are trying to protect us could be better served with something a little bit more vibrant that not just protects you, but
Yeah.
overrides that energy, right? A bright red
Yeah.
shirt, something beautiful and vibrant that goes with the sky and sun colors,
That's right. Yep.
So just
Definitely.
to spin it just a little bit, because
No, but it is so true in turn. And I guess I wouldn't fit well into a city life because I'd just walk in and I'd have on, oh, well, today I'm wearing blue or I'm wearing red. Or, I mean, thankfully I don't wear, I don't wear too many, exotic patterns or anything, because as I always say, my personality arrives 15 minutes before my physical form does.
Well,
I don't.
I'm all about wild colors. I wear wild colors. I don't know if any of you've ever seen some of the pants that I wear. Like I have this one pair of pants that have, I think it's turquoise yellow and I think green in it. And theoretically they're pajamas, but I wear them outside because I love them. Yeah, 'cause they're
Bill has a
vibrant.
picture of him from the 90s with, you remember those really, really comfy pants? They were almost, like almost balloon leg pants,
Yeah.
right? You
Yes.
remember those?
Yep.
He,
Yep.
he ran across a picture of himself in those pants the other day, and he went into grief about, like, I miss those pants. Those pants were so comfortable. So you wear those pants until you wear them out.
There you go.
Exactly. I think so. I mean, to me, it's just color. It's like, uplifts me. And usually when I wear those pants, people know that, okay, this is my happy day because those are my happy pants. So when
Well,
those
there
are
you
on,
go.
they know I'm happy.
That's all you need to know. Awesome.
That's what you know. Exactly.
So Tammy's chatting with us, and she says, "Yes, love this bright toenail polish. Makes me smile." And also, nope, I can manage it for a bit, but I'm always looking for that green space to plant a tree or a plant. And she's wearing camo today, so she's
Well,
hiding from
there you
happiness today.
Yeah. Hey, there are other colors of camo other than green.
I didn't say nothing about green.
Oh, she didn't say green camo. Okay, well,
She says-
hey,
she
there
said
you
grief
go.
about losing our items and wearing them out is real. She knows. She's
Yeah.
all about the hoarding. There is a real fear of not wearing this because it's going to wear out kind of thing. I have stuff like that in my closet, actually. I'm one of these ones. Oh gosh, I'm one of these ones with the journals, that I buy these beautiful journals and I don't want to ruin them, so I don't use them because So it's interesting how we can do that kind of thing. All right, so back on task. What is your final thought for our audience today? Oh yeah, there are blue camo, James. Sorry. James McNeil's like, what? There's other colors of camo than green? Oh yeah. There's brown camos and there's blue camos.
And there's white camos and there's pink camos. Yeah.
Yes.
There are all
James,
kinds of colors.
we need to teach you a few things here, dude. Come on. Anyways. All right. So, Krista, your final thoughts for today as we let these people into the rest of their day?
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We've really had a lot of fun with this. But no, my final thought is that choosing it is that we each and every day, and actually moment by moment, have a choice to be happy and to choose happy. It's not instant. Don't think that the three of us here are like saying, talking about it and don't have days either. That it's like, you know what, I'm choosing not to be happy today, and I'm just going to curl up and read a book, and everyone's going to leave me alone. But those aren't necessarily not choosing happy days, more like I think choosing to put ourselves to recover days, because yeah, you need those as well. But to choose happy, remember, in 10 minutes or less, just by altering your location and either moving your body, whether it's dancing, whether it's a trampoline, whether it's walking, hugging a tree, or planting something in the garden, it can actually shift your mindset and for a greater day. And essential oils, think of something that smells good, right? Or something, I always tell people when they're having a hard time understanding essential oils, think about those things from your childhood that you would smell that would make you happy. Whether it's your grandmother's cookies or your mom's, your favorite dish that your mom or your dad are making, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's, fresh cut grass. Essential oils can replicate that, and that helps to elevate us as well. And then last but not least, it might be my go-to, always find that crystal, even if all it is a reminder, a visual reminder, but find a crystal that really speaks to you and helps you to remember to be happy.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Joanne, your final thoughts for our group today?
My final thoughts. I think I have three ways for happiness. First way is definitely movement, whether it's dance or working out. Second way is, again, working with those amazing crystals. And the third way, which I'm just going to give myself a little plug, get a reading.
There you go. Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Get a reading.
Definitely.
Because sometimes the reading itself can just help to, that one thing that's being said to you in the reading can help raise your vibration and give you an aha moment, or at least make you laugh for the most of it. Readings can be done in reference to being really serious, and then readings can be done in reference to just, you need a lift. And whoever you get a reading from, but get a reading.
Yes.
That's right.
Go-to. Excellent.
That's
Excellent.
my go-to.
Awesome. All right. Well, my final
What
thoughts for today are, I love what Krista said about you can choose to be happy or you can choose to not be happy today, and some days it's okay to be, to choose to not be happy today. Please don't string too many of those days together in a group,
No.
Exactly.
Every third day or so, choose happy. But what I want to leave you with is that you have the ability to literally shift your emotional state, like Krista said, within 10 minutes. Some people can do it within 30 seconds. Some people could do it like that. All right. And that is a process, learning how to do that. 10 years ago, would take me 3 days to shift my state of something made me very unhappy or angry. And it would just stay with me, and it's a muscle that you develop to choose happier, quicker, happy, quicker each time that you get the opportunity to choose happy. So thank you for tuning in. You've definitely made us happy today by your presence. Yes. We love, having these chat back and forths with the audience. I'm good to go. Thanks. See you. Bye. And I hope sincerely that this few minutes with us has made your reach and your grasp for happy a little bit easier, a little bit closer to your heart, and a little bit more accessible. All right? Yeah. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye.